Today we're looking at Zombie Party event. So to complete the Zombie Party event you need 130 points and you can score a maximum of 10 points per game. So that means you need a minimum of 13 wins to complete this event. Luckily for you, Clown Baby's here to talk you through it. So let's have a look at a game and let's talk about some of the basics around this. I have made strategy videos around this event before, however, I've learnt a lot about the game since then and I've improved my knowledge, so hopefully this will be a better video than them. In Zombie Party, you're going to be loaded into one of three maps: Zombie Maze 1, Zombie Maze 2 or Zombie House. I'm currently in Zombie Maze 2 and you're going to load in against 5 human players plus increasingly large waves of zombie bots. Now, your human players are probably going to be bots as well, but sometimes you do run into real players. Each player loads in with 3 blasters and 3 lives, so it's your standard solo rules. The only difference is that the arena doesn't close in on you unless you happen to be on the zombie mansion level. So if you load into Zombie House, you are going to have that closing in wall which will force you into the centre. If you're on Zombie Map 1 or 2, you can hug the walls for the entirety of the game and it's not going to cost you anything. And in fact, it's what I recommend you generally do. The only potential downside is if you come up against somebody who's using heavy knockback, you might get knocked over the wall. It does happen occasionally. However, in general, because you need to be watching your backs all the time for those zombies, but also need to be focusing your fire on the human players, it's a good idea to have your back to a wall. So, hugging the outside of the map, generally a good idea for survival. Now you've got 2 minutes and you do have to defeat all of the other players if you want to get the maximum of 10 points per game. Once you've defeated all the other players like I've done now, all that's left to do is slay zombies. And basically, as long as you've killed 10 zombies that have dropped one of these pumpkins that you can see, you'll get your 10 points. You don't even need to pick the pumpkins up. As long as you've killed enough zombies and you've wiped out the other players, you're going to get your maximum of 10. If you don't take out the other players, you won't get a maximum of 10. You'll always come second or lower. Doesn't matter how well you do, you'll never get your maximum of 10, so you really want to come first. That's one of the biggest differences between this and the last time I played, where I said the other players don't matter. They do. If you've played the Zombie Strike events, you should be familiar with Zombie Maze 1 and Zombie Maze 2. If you're not, I suggest you get familiar with the maps. It's really important. Not only do you need to know the layout of these maps, but you also need to know where the zombies spawn. They'll spawn in the same place on this as they do on the Zombie Strike event, and knowing where that is really important to your survival. So I'm on Zombie Maze 1 and I have spawned into what I call the survival corner. This is a corner where I've got my back to at the moment is entirely closed in, so you can't get hit from behind with anything other than splash damage. So splash damage from something like a Nerf nade or a fire shot can damage you in the back, or if you back right up to the railings, sometimes you can get hit with melee through the railings. But apart from that, you can't get hit from the back. So as long as you're in this area, you know you're not going to get ambushed by zombies from behind. Where I'm standing now, there is a human spawn point behind me. So a human player might spawn behind you, but that's not happened, thankfully. One of the things that tends to happen in this game mode is the other human players spawn in the same place over and over again. So if you've just taken a player out where they spawned and you run past them, they're going to spawn behind you and start attacking you from behind. So you need to be aware of your surroundings. Getting hit in the back is one of the worst things that can happen. And then if you get stunned and there's zombies around you, the zombies are going to take you out in seconds. Obviously, the zombies are very, very easy to kill, but they do a very, very dangerous melee attack. So in this situation, I've had to come over and finish off the other human player. The other human player was standing right on the other side of the map in quite a high up location, and all the zombies were basically beelining for me. They wouldn't have finished him off. Obviously, I needed to kill the other human player in order that I win this round. So I had to come out from my safety point, take the human player out, and then I can move back. So as you can see, human player is still alive at the moment. Oh, just getting taken out by the zombies in the last 10 seconds. That was very close. So we've just about managed to be the last remaining human alive in this game. Therefore, we should get the full 10 points. Yes, we have. So as I said, 130 points to complete the event, 10 points maximum per game. That's 13 wins you need. So if you come second and you get 8 points rather than 10 points for the round, then that's 14 wins that you need, not 13. So you've added a whole extra win that you need. Obviously, once that happens though, you can get 8 points rather than 10 another 4 times, and it won't add an additional win on that you need, so it gives you a bit of a buffer. However, we want to avoid that happening if we can. So as you can see at the moment, and in combat with a couple of human players, so we want to prioritize taking them out. You always need to be aware of where the zombies are spawning from, and just periodically make sure that there's not a large number of them coming behind you. If you're ultra focused on the opponents and suddenly you get ambushed from behind, obviously you're going to die. I'm using the Rivonics, which is really good because it's got the stun ability as well as a heal and everything else. But if I stun somebody that I'm in combat with and there's a horde of zombies coming and I put my opponent between me and the zombies and stun them, the zombies will do the hard work for us like they did just there. So I stun the opponents, the zombies finished them off. That's really good. But we do need the human players to die. There's one hiding in the maze, which sucks. They will eventually get forced out of the maze by the wall closing in. So as I said earlier, this is the only map where the walls close in. So that will eventually force them out of that maze. But what I find is other players tend to hide in the maze, hoping that the zombies will take care of everyone else. We don't want that to happen. Only one other human left now. There they are. Once they get taken out, we should be home dry. They've only got 1 life. We've got all of ours, so it should be fairly easy. As you can see, I'm getting hit from behind, so we're going to hit that shield. It's going to give me a few seconds to finish that human player off, then allows me to back up and take care of the zombies. Now, obviously, they're all going to come in just a single direction, which is down the stairs. So all I need to do is aim towards the stairs, take them out as we go. Obviously, if we pick up pumpkins, that'll give us a damage boost. It doesn't matter, though, when we're just fighting zombies. In the zombie house, the zombies always all spawn upstairs and come downstairs. Then they follow the line of least resistance to the first human player they can find. We'll quickly talk loadout. So obviously I use the Rivonics as my primary blaster, and I use it in manual fire mode because that enables us to use the scenery to bounce darts off. My secondary blaster is the Nitron blaster, which I've fairly recently leveled up to 14. If you've not got Rivonics and you've got a Nitron, use the Nitron as your primary blaster. It's got the same ricochet ability, which is really good for clearing waves of zombies, but also shooting around corners is huge in this game mode. So really good, even without the stun and even without the heal ability. If you're using the Nitron blaster, I'd say use the heal card, not the shield card. I'd probably put the shield card on something with a lot of ammunition but with a slower reload time, something like the Titan, maybe the Mega Mastodon, something like that. And I'm also using the Ultra One. The Ultra One is amazing in zombies. So you saw it in the intro, how it can just fire and fire and fire and fire. That's the reload trick. So once you get a kill with at least 1 dart in your clip, it adds 5 darts into your clip. So if you've got a massive line of zombies coming at you and you just aim at them, you'll never run out of darts. And it also heals you. It's amazing. So you can see, right, I've got one opponent to take on here. He's in the maze with the thing on. So what I'm going to do is back up so all the zombies now focus all their attention on my opponent. See the zombies do the work for me. Now I've only got one person to take care of. So I'm just moving around the battlefield trying to evade the zombies. So you can see I've got incoming here. You can kite the zombies. So if you know where they're coming from, they will always follow that path of least resistance towards you. So you can actually like get a horde of them and lead them somewhere. A bit risky because obviously if they corner you or catch you, they're going to kill you really quickly. But you can actually take them on a journey with you. So as you can see, they're following me around. I know exactly where they're coming from. If I move too far to the side, they'll start to come out of the side door of the house rather than the front door of the house. But as long as you know where they're coming from and when the waves are spawning, you'll be fine. So yeah, for your blasters, high rate of fire, survivability, bonus damage. Right, I've spawned on Zombie Maze 1 in a dangerous position, so I don't want to run onto there with people around. Obviously, if I get knocked back into the water and dead straight away, I've had to hit the shield because of that Titan. I've got somebody coming in behind me. As you can see, somebody's spawned in again. So I've now got all these human opponents, so you can see the knockback taking care of those opponents for me. That then gives me free reign to quickly run across that dangerous terrain to the other side. I'm going to move over to the side now. I know where my survival corner is to my left, so I've fought my way over here just in time for my shield to respawn as well. So once I get to the survival corner on Zombie Maze 1, my strategy is to move around here and basically ricochet the darts off the wall there so that my opponents can't get line of sight on me while I'm shooting and stunning them. In the meantime, because there's only one direction that the zombies can come towards me, that means that while I'm stunning them, they've got hordes and hordes of zombies coming in behind them. It's a very, very quick and effective way to take out all the other human players, because generally those human players are bots and therefore will behave like bots, and they'll all just beeline for you. If you've got actual human players, see how quick I've taken them out. 47 seconds left on the last human alive. So what I'm going to do is speed through the rest of this game. Yeah, if you encounter actual humans in this mode, you're going to have to obviously behave differently. You can't rely on that kind of bot behaviour. But if you play this mode enough, you will learn how the bots behave. If you play solo a lot, you'll already be familiar with it anyway. So you should be treating this like a game of solo with a bunch of annoying zombies hanging around. There we go. So let's commentate a full game. We're in Zombie House, so we've got the closing in arena. I've spawned to the left back of the house if you're looking at the house at the front. So I've got people in front of me, so I've dealt with them. So as you can see, there's this long corridor down the back of the house. Zombies are not going to come at me from down there, not unless someone kites them. Right, I've got a Titan to deal with, so I managed to stun lock that and take it out. Just quickly glancing down the back of the house to make sure there's no humans coming. There aren't. I've got humans coming from in front of me. So from my left-hand side, very, very low risk. Zombies aren't going to come that way, like I say, unless a human kites a load of them down. As you can see, that's not happening. Taking care of the threat in front of me, right? We've got 30 seconds plus elapsed already, so we need to keep moving. We've only taken out one full human player, so we move into this little graveyard area here. It's good for defending in the first minute of the game, so I'm getting hit with some of the splash damage there, but managed to take that person out. We'll pick these pumpkins up as we run away. I don't prioritise the pumpkins. They do give you that boost, but they're not that important really. What's important is surviving. So as you can see, I'm strafing left to right, just surveying the scene, trying to spot where the other humans are, just keeping an eye to make sure that there's no horde of zombies. So moving where I am now, there's likely a horde of zombies coming behind me. So as we move into the maze, I need to be aware. As you can see, started getting hit in the back. That's the zombies coming at me, so there they are. So just managing to turn around and take care of them. I was alright to do that because I had the shield, so if I started losing a lot of damage very quickly, could have just hit the shield. So I've moved back across to the other side. As you can see, I've got humans chasing me, focusing on me. Meanwhile, they're getting hit by zombies and by fire from me as well. So doing a good job of strafing around the battlefield at the moment. We've still got people trying to hold on inside of the maze, which isn't good. Down to 5 seconds and there's still other human players left. Not managed to take them out, and for some reason the walls haven't closed in, so they've managed to evade. So as you can see, I got my 8 there. That's not good. That means I now need 14 to win, not 13 wins to complete this event. That's not great. As I said before though, I can now come second another 3 times without it making a difference. Something very strange in that last match though, by the time you get down to about 15 seconds, the wall should have closed in to the point where everybody is forced into the house. So I don't know why that didn't happen. We're on Zombie Maze 2 now, so I've taken out the first opponent. As you can see, I'm getting attacked from behind. Turn around, we're just going to return fire there. We've got the shield active, so we're just going to make the most of that and try and tank those people. Over to my left-hand side, that's my survival corner for Zombie Map 2. Don't always want to run straight there though when you're fighting human opponents. Taking out a few humans first is always better, because obviously I'm elevated up here. That means that I don't need to get hit too high into the air to get knocked over the wall. So if you've got 5 other players all coming at you at the same time, that does occasionally happen to me when I'm up here. But at the moment, as you can see, I've only got 2 other players that I need to deal with. They're there in front of me, now just the one. So managing to take that person down. There we go, we've completed this one. You can actually just kind of die 3 times, and as long as you've killed enough zombies as well, you'll get the 10 points. But I'm never fully confident to do that, and also, like, you know, I don't like doing that. Like, you get in the zone, you want to just kill the zombies. And I play this mode ultimately for fun. The rewards are nice, but I'm playing it for fun. But technically, you don't have to actually survive for the 2 minutes to get the full 10 points once you've taken out all of the other opponents and killed enough zombies. But yeah, I have a tendency to just finish the game off regardless. Also, once you've got your regular blaster set up for this specific mode, don't forget to make sure that you've unlocked the zombie bonus damage perks within the blaster load up thing. It can be easy to forget about those. They're very inexpensive. They're worth doing. You do not want to get killed by a horde of zombies. It's super embarrassing. Happens occasionally, but you want to make sure that you've got all of those zombie bonuses unlocked. Alright, I'm getting hit from behind here. So as you can see, I loaded in the graveyard, so I'm defending the graveyard. Probably my favourite place to spawn. You've also got a couple of pumpkins, which if you get a bit of downtime, you can just shoot the pumpkins to get those bonus damage. But really, it's just a really nice little place to defend. You've only got 2 points to defend from, and unless somebody else is spawning in the graveyard with you, which does happen occasionally. So as you can see, I'm getting hit from somewhere. I'm getting hit from inside the maze now. Take care of them. Got a singular zombie. I don't know how a singular zombie got there, but take them out. They normally move in hordes, so just picking up a couple of these. Yeah, we don't want to get caught into the maze with all those zombies. That's not good, so I'm just backing up here. So we've got a player here with the double punch. This is their last life. Take them out. Cool, just zombies now. Nice and easy. So I'll just get myself into a position where I've taken out these kind of extra hordes. Then all I need to do is stand and face the stairs and just take out all the zombies as they come down the stairs. Once you've got to a point where there's none anywhere else, there's nothing else you need to do. Dead easy. Right, we'll watch a couple more games and that'll be the end. We're getting a lot of zombie house today. Right, I've spawned inside the maze, so we need to find our way out of the maze. Right, so just moving around. I found a dead end. Do you know, I always avoid going in the maze. A lot of human players use it for evasion. I've been playing this game for 18 months and I've not memorized the maze because it's a death trap. If you get caught in there with zombies, you're so screwed. So yeah, avoid the maze. I should learn its layout, but I'm in the corner now, so I can see where my opponents are. I can fight them off. So as you can see, they're running at me, which isn't smart of them. I've got the Revonics, which helps. So I'm just taking people out, making sure I've got space to reload. As you can see, not had to deal with any zombies at all. Like, somebody's stuck up there, shoot them down. So there we are, we've got our first human kill. 5 to 6, 4 to 6. Right, we're getting there now. We've got over a minute, so you can see someone's injured over there. We get them taken out now. So just take those remaining zombies out, turn around. Gonna fight them. Someone's spawning to my left, I noticed that, so fall back a bit, take care of them. Zombies helping out, take care of that person. Just got a single human opponent now, so we're just going to back up a bit. We're going to take care of this horde of zombies, then we're going to try and find where that other human player is. There they are to the right hand side, and they're on the last life. Great. So all we need to do is get them stunned, and yeah, the zombies would have taken care of them, but we killed them first. Great. We're at the side now, so we'll just take these zombies coming out here and we're going to run around back to the front, and then we can just focus all our fire forward. We have got a couple of strays that we need to be careful of, but remember how I said how they'll take the path of least resistance towards you? That's exactly what happened. So there we go, taking everyone out. Alright, we're back in Zombie Maze 1, my favourite place to play. All we've got to do is get our way to that survival corner. Once we get there, no problem. Right, so survival corner is basically to my right. Oh, I got hit in the back. I very narrowly avoided getting hit into the water there. That was close. So just turn around, take care of these who are incoming at me over that perilous one. Got incoming from the left as well, right? So getting flanked a bit here. As you can see, I've had to hit the shield. So I'm going to use that shield to just run all the way over to my survival corner. Managed to reload on my way there. I've got there. It was a bit hairy, but I've managed to get into the corner. So now I'm just going to use the ricochet to try and avoid getting in anybody's line of sight. As you can see, people just beelining for me. They're trying to come straight around there. Technically you can get across that little ridge, but it's also super easy to get knocked into the water, so I don't recommend that you do that. The bots are always at it though. Strangely enough though, the zombies don't. The zombies will try and come over the stairs, but the human player bots will often try and come straight across. I don't know why that's the case. Doesn't matter though, look how quick I won that. All other humans eliminated within a minute. Now I've just got zombies left to deal with. Right, I hope you enjoyed watching my take on Zombie Party. I've not done a strategy video on this in a while, so I hope this was helpful to you, or if not, I hope it was at least entertaining. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Clown Baby out.